Hi, everybody, and welcome once again. It is the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takayo, Siddle, finally back after a little hiatus with a lot of travel for the basketball team. Coming up on this week's episode, we'll recap some of the recent results for UNCW. We'll also have Trazarian White, a new member of this team in this week's player profile. John Smith will introduce us to White. And we'll also have our play of the week, the player of the week, and look ahead to what's ahead for UNCW. All that and more coming up this edition of the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takayo, Siddle. Well, finally back here in the studio, Mike Vaccaro alongside Takayo, Siddle, talking Seahawk basketball once again. Coach, it has been a lot of travel since the last time you and I sat here and talked about things. And right now, you're through the month of November, and I know you're glad to have the travel behind you. But certainly at 3-3 right now, you've seen some good things. You've seen some things to get better on. But overall, pretty good start for this ball club right now.
Yeah. I'm pleased with our development and our progress. This far. I think we're getting better. Obviously, it's been some bumps in the road with some sickness and some other things, but I'm pleased with where we are right now.
Well, let's take a look at one of the recent results. It was a Coastal Carolina game. You've got to go back to November 18th, your last home game here in Trask Coliseum. But, Coach, what a game it was for you guys against Coastal out of the Sun Belt Conference. And maybe at the high water mark right now when you look at the effort and what you guys are able to do to get the win against Coastal.
Yeah, I thought this far has been the most complete game that we've played. From half to half, I thought we competed on the defensive end. We rebounded the ball well. On the offensive end, I thought we shared the basketball well, got great looks. And then down the stretch, we got the ball exactly where we wanted, and those guys delivered, and we finished the game off.
Down early in this game, but you go on an 18-0 run in the first half. And really the energy level, I thought, was the factor and the difference in this game. They were coming off of a week layoff. You had just played, and certainly that was, I think, a difference in this game.
Yeah, I didn't know if that would be a factor. I thought it would, but it definitely played a factor. I thought our rhythm was there because we had been playing. I thought they didn't have much rhythm to their game at all because they had been off for so long. And I thought it played into our favor. I thought our crowd did an unbelievable job giving us energy. We were able to get some stops, get out and run. That's who we are, like we always talk about. And that energized us and got us playing better on the defensive end, too.
Yeah, 4,000 plus inside Trask Coliseum. The students were outstanding in this game as well. An exciting game, great atmosphere in Trask Coliseum. Let's take a look now at the highlights going back again. November 18th, the last home game for UNCW against Coastal Carolina.
For UNCW, Phillips angles it left. Phillips drives it, spins it two, has to get rid of it at the shot clock buzzer. He does, and he hits the shot. Thomas will drive. Thomas up in the air, passes out to Harvey, the trailer. The three is on net, and the Seahawks lead for the first time. 5 on the shot clock. Thomas drives, dishes to Sims. Sims hesitated, and then he drills it. A couple of threes off to Cole, sniffed out, stolen by Harvey. Numbers here, 3-on-1. The lob and the finish for Trazarian White off the feed from Harvey. To the paint to kick it out Okaru, now to White, fakes a pass, will drive instead, looking for the top. Doesn't get the dunk, but he scores over Mustafa. Actually Okaru now with it, right side Oglesby, 3 in the corner is on net for Alec Oglesby. First points of the night for Oglesby, and a strike deflected. Dujay had it, lost it, Sims, the Seahawks bounce pass to Baker, knocks it, and gets fouled by Tiva as well. Okaru top of the key, they drive in, he'll flip it up, high up, pass it over to Connect as he got past the defensive. Sims drives in, Lakai leads in, kicks it in. He gets fouled as well by Lakai, and a trip to the free throw line. Baker into the paint, Baker, hook shot. James Baker Jr. having it out in force here tonight. Got a good crowd, the lob down low. Oh, to Baker, flips it up over his left shoulder without even coming down. Okaru now with it, right side Oglesby, 3 in the corner is on it for Alec Oglesby. Phillips pulls up from 15. Phillips will get it to go in as he shoots over Mustafa. Sims drives in on Lakai, leans, backs it in. He gets fouled as well by Lakai, and a trip to the free throw line to the paint. Baker, hook shot. James Baker Jr. having himself a really good game here.
So you see the final score there, 65-53 UNCW. Impressive 12-point win over Coastal Carolina in this game. Coach, you look at some of the contributors. Jalen Sims, who came off the bench in this game, I thought played a nice game, 13 points for him. Trezarian White with 10, 11 for Shaquem Phillips. So you shake up your lineup a little bit, and obviously it helped here to get some of these guys. You know, the veteran presence coming off the bench is a big plus right now.
Yeah, for sure. We needed more bench scoring and more threats coming off the bench. And, I decided I just wanted with my gut. I decided to give those guys a different look because they had not been playing as well in the starting lineup. So I wanted them to see the game a little bit at the beginning and then put them in. And I thought they did an unbelievable job. I thought as a group, that was a great team win for us. I thought everybody contributed to that win.
And rebounding was a factor, I thought, as well. You did get out-rebounded, but only by 3, and you had 41 rebounds as a team. Some of those certainly late when you're trying to make sure you get that victory. So a big plus to see that. And it wasn't just the bigs, it was the guards contributing as well.
Yeah, and we knew that. We knew that they were a really good offensive rebounding team. And we told our guards they were going to have to get involved. And they did a really good job. I think the rebounding margin was pretty even until the end of the game where they got loose a little bit and got some offensive rebounds, especially the big fella. But I think for the most part, we did a really good job rebounding the basketball.
Yeah, and a really good win for UNCW as well. So back home, part of a very busy week for UNCW. They get the win over Coastal Carolina. After that, it was back on the road for UNCW, Delaware State, and a trip to Montana. We'll talk about those games coming up next. Stay with us. This week's edition of the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takayo Siddle.
This year, let Ford help make your holidays even brighter. Get holiday ready with Ford. Now get a 2021 F-150 with 0% financing for 60 months plus $500 retail bonus cash. Get holiday ready only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Life-changing flavor. This is Mountain Dew. A rush of crisp and refreshing flavor. Delivering a bold citrus kick. Do the do.
The Bud Light logo makes people think our seltzer is a beer, so we recruited retired NFL player Nick Mangold to block it out.
Twice this year?
My mom was
So jealous. Oh, it's a hard seltzer.
Just here to do my job. And he said, I think Melanie is the one.
Oh, going in. Why are you here?
Great speech.
Bud Light Seltzer. No beer, just great taste.
There is something indescribably special about this place. The way it looks, the way it feels, the way we care for one another and our community. The University of North Carolina, Wilmington is like no other. Your journey starts here. We invite you to discover what makes UNCW like no other.
Well, UNCW got the big win at home on a Thursday night in Trask Coliseum. Friday morning, they flew to Delaware, and then Saturday afternoon, Delaware State. And Coach, this was a grinded-out type of game, but you knew this was your third game of the week. You started the week at Pittsburgh. You were home with Coastal, Delaware State, and to get the win on the road, any fashion is a big plus. These games are hard to win, especially on the road.
It is, and the environment, just everything that came into play. We were against some adversity. We knew that. And I told my coaching staff, well, I don't care how we win the game. I just want to win. And our guys went out there and gutted that win out.
Well, we take a look at the final score here, 67-63. UNCW gets a 4-point win over the Hornets, and you're down 12 in the first half. Mike Okaro had a really good half to kind of keep you guys close until the shots started falling, which they did early in the second half. What was the adjustment first half, second half to get some of those threes to finally fall against Delaware State?
Yeah, I never thought we were going to lose the game. Me and the coaches said we were talking at halftime. We felt good about it. It was one of those things where we hadn't seen zone for the majority of the game at all up until that point, and we just had to get adjusted. We were getting rhythm shots. We knew that we just had to step in and keep being confident and take them when they were presented to us. And, guys started to make shots down the stretch.
Yeah, in the end, a season-high 11 threes in this game. I mentioned Okaru, a big game with 22 points. He had 17 of those in the first half, and then it was a Jalen, 17 for Sims, 11 for Fornes. And again, those guys worked well, I thought, in the second half to find each other and get those open threes. And once those started falling, the momentum started going on your side of the ball.
Yeah, it did. And we were able to get into our press because we were making shots, and that created some offense for us as well. When you go on the road, Mike, and we talked about this, your older guys, your leaders, they need to play well for you to win. And I thought the upperclassmen, I thought they did a really good job.
So that was a game at Delaware State, again a 4-point win against the Hornets. Then the Seahawks moved on to Montana for the Zootown Classic. Coach, and as you're getting ready for that first game, Southern Miss the opponent, things started to get bad sickness-wise around the team, and it started, it didn't look good for the team.
Yeah, for me, when it started happening, I was just thinking maybe it's just a cold, maybe it's just a couple guys, but then it started getting really bad, and multiple guys started getting sick. I knew that we were going to have to try to gut through it and figure it out. But midway through that game against Southern Miss, I knew it was we probably needed to pull the plug on playing the next two games.
Yeah, the team already shorthanded against Southern Miss, eventually pulling out of the Zootown Classic because of the flu and sickness around the team. But let's take a look now at the highlights from the Southern Miss game because, again, even though they were shorthanded, UNCW a good run in the second half against the Golden Eagles. We'll take a look at those highlights right here. Well, again, you see the final score there, 80-66, Southern Miss over UNCW. And, Coach, the shots presented themselves, but you could tell the tired legs and the sickness, I think, a huge factor here in this game and certainly contributing to the setback against Southern Miss.
Yeah, I thought it really played a factor in the outcome of the game. We fought as hard as we could. We just didn't have enough bodies and enough energy to finish the game out strong. Very proud of my guys for fighting because they know that's who we are as a program, but we just ran out of gas.
So you flip the page, November is over, UNCW 3-3 on the young season, but they put a lot of that travel behind them, and they've got a lot of games coming up at home here in the month of December. We'll talk about one of those coming up later on. Right now we take a break. On the other side, our player profile is Trezarian White, one of the new players for UNCW. We'll have that coming up next.
Even though we can't have everyone gathered, we found new ways to make each occasion special. We're keeping your gifting experience both safe and personal through Reads.com, answering all your questions and guiding you to the perfect present, just like we have for over 70 years. Family always finds a way to celebrate life's moments together, no matter what. You won't just shop with confidence at Reed's Jewelers and Reads.com. You'll feel like family.
Want a killer spread without the hassle? Walk-On's Family and Friends bundles are available to go. Pick your favorite starter, side, and entree, and feed your crew. Order online or in the app. Want a killer spread without the hassle? Walk-On's Family and Friends bundles are available to go. Pick your favorite starter, side, and entree, and feed your crew. Order online or in the app.
It doesn't matter which side of which bridge you spend most of your time on, many of these Hyundais have most likely turned your head, probably more than once. Experience the Parkway difference at Wilmington's exclusive Hyundai dealer with complimentary maintenance and a lifetime warranty on every new Hyundai, every day. Get the market's most competitive offers on top-selling Hyundais. Elevate your commute while turning heads in an all-new Hyundai from Parkway Hyundai.
Made from scratch biscuits and hand-breaded chicken, that's a breakfast no-brainer. But adding hot honey to the mix, you'll never hit snooze again. The new Hot Honey hand-breaded chicken biscuit at Hardee's. Get it before it's gone. Feed your happy. Honey just got its own stinger. Sweet heat drizzled over hand-breaded chicken, crispy bacon, and melty Swiss. This honey has some bite. The new Hot Honey hand-breaded chicken sandwich at Hardee's. Feed your happy.
Well, throughout the year with so many new members on this basketball team, we introduced them to you. Our Parkway player profile, John Smith, has that for us. And this week's is Trazarian White. And, Coach, this is a guy that, he's just a freshman, even though he's a transfer. And he is certainly an energy guy and a guy that's doing a lot of big things for UNCW early on this season.
Yeah, I'm always looking for guys that impact winning outside of scoring. And, Trey brings so much energy to our group on both ends of the floor. He goes to the offensive glass harder than anybody on our team and one of the best in the country. And then defensively, he's getting out in passing lanes. He's at the front of our press. He's very active, very energetic guy, something that we need.
Yeah, he had him coming off the bench. Now he's been a starter the last couple of games, but those deflections and the wingspan that he has is a big plus for this team.
Yeah, we need that. Guys getting out in the passing lanes, creating offense from our defense, and just his overall presence on the floor is something that we need in our lineup. So he was playing good in practice. He had been playing good in the games. I thought he deserved to, move into the starting lineup.
And the offense is kind of sneaky good for him as well. Again, because he's so active defensively and on the glass, you maybe forget about his offense, but, you look at the box score and he's in double figures almost every night.
Yeah, he does it in so many different ways. He'll get a couple in transition. He'll get a couple off the glass. He'll cut to the rim a couple times and get a few. Like, anytime you're a scorer, you have to be able to do it in a bunch of different ways. And I think his best basketball is ahead of him. I think he's going to be a big-time scorer for us here at UNCW. Yeah,
an exciting young man. And here is more now. John Smith introduces us to Trazarian White.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Joined here by UNCW forward Trey White. Now, Trey, you come from Texas, lived in Texas. What was it, or what was the lure to come to UNCW?
Out of high school, I committed to Air Force Academy, which is where Coach Kanaski was from. And it didn't work out. And I went JUCO. As soon as he got the job here, he offered me. So I just felt like it was fake because I never really got to play for him. So as soon as he got the job, he offered me.
When you have a coach that brings you here, that you had that relationship with, now you have a new head coach. What has the transition been like with Coach Siddle in the recruiting process, coming here and then into practice and learning his style?
Off the court, he's a nice guy. On the court, he's gonna get on you, which I already knew that coming in, and I like, because I know he's gonna make me better. He's gonna push me to be better. He's not gonna let me settle. So I feel like the only difference is how hard he is on me.
Junior college basketball, it's a lot different just because all of the kids have talent. They're all trying to showcase those talents to move on to the next level. You're here. How are practices different?
It's a lot more team oriented. Like in JUCO, it's like it's cliques, like, cause you're just trying to get to the D1 level. But when you get to the D1 level, it's all about the team. If the team fails, if you fail, the whole team fell, pretty much. So.
Now that you're here, what are your expectations coming in, playing your first year here?
I just want to do whatever I can so we can get to the NCAA tournament. That's the main goal.
This team is a lot of new faces. Are you surprised how quickly it's come together and bonded and become kind of a good group?
I actually am surprised. I didn't know how it was going to be coming in because new faces is kind of hard to, come accustomed with. But as soon as we all got here, we just clicked, and it was like we were all very close, and we had a lot of chemistry together.
Being so far away from home, how difficult is that? Is that been a transition, or is there a teammate here that you guys kind of get along with? How do you make that transition?
The older guys helped me a lot, but I mean, I was in Colorado, which is not as far, but it's still 10 hours, so I really got used to it, and I have a few family members out here. So,
with your style of play here, how much have you had to work on the defensive end? Because with basketball players, everybody loves to shoot, everybody loves to score. How much have you had to work to get to those expectations that Coach Siddle has when it comes to playing defense? Because Coach Siddle wants that lockdown defender.
Yeah, it's been pretty tough because I was never a big defensive guy, but Coach Siddle really is big on the little details. So stands, being in denial, all the little stuff that turns into big things. So I feel like it was tough, but I'm slowly starting to get to the spot that he wants me.
How excited are you just to have a full gym, to be able to have the crowd, because it's been a while since a lot of people have been able to play in a full gymnasium?
Yeah, I'm excited. I've heard that it gets crazy, and I've seen we have a little poster on our wall, and it was when the gym was packed, and it looks wild. So I mean, I'm excited to see what it's like.
That's our conversation with UNCW guard Trey White. We'll be right back.
This year, let Ford help make your holidays even brighter. Get holiday ready with Ford. Now get a 2021 F-150 with 0% financing for 60 months plus 500 retail bonus cash. Get holiday ready only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
This is Mountain Dew. A rush of crisp and refreshing flavor. Delivering a bold citrus kick. Do the do.
Oh, Bud Light Seltzer Retro Tide.
Have you tried these yet?
I'm sorry, ladies. It's my roommate, Emmerich.
Emmerich. Is that Irish?
Bud Light Seltzer Retro Tide. The loudest flavors ever.
There is something indescribably special about this place. The way it looks, the way it feels, the way we care for one another and our community. The University of North Carolina, Wilmington is like no other. Your journey starts here. We invite you to discover what makes UNCW like no other.
Time now for this week's Pepsi Play of the Week. We rewind to November 18th, the last home game for UNCW against Coastal Carolina. And once again, it's Trezarian White A high-flying play, big play in Trash Coliseum. It's this week's Pepsi Play of the Week.
No good. Ball loose. Phillips away with it. Some numbers ahead to Okaru. 3 on 2. White to put the Seahawks back.
Well, once again, our Pepsi Play of the Week, Trazarian White, high-flying dunk that really sealed it for UNCW against Coastal Carolina. Coach, that place was electric all night long. That play there was probably the loudest it was in Trash Coliseum against Coastal Carolina, thanks to some unselfish play and the athletic dunk by White.
Yeah, I mean, that's who he is. You know, he makes those momentum plays, you know, getting out and transition running, getting lob dunks, getting pitch ahead dunks. That's who he is. And, you know, having him with that type of energy and, you know, not having to have the ball to score is definitely something that's good for our team.
Yeah, certainly an exciting play, our Pepsi Play of the Week. Time now for the Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week, and it's kind of the Player of the Month for UNCW. The leading scorer right now, it's Jalen Sims. He's a lone senior on this team, along with 3 grad transfers. But, Coach, this is a guy in the starting lineup, now coming off the bench, and it seems like that has suited him and you guys well, because the game's starting to come to him a little bit better right now.
Yeah, I think it shows a lot about his character and his purpose. And all he wants to do is win. You know, when you get taken out of the starting lineup and have to come off the bench, and you've been a starter for me for a couple years, you know, some people wouldn't be able to handle it the right way if they were about the wrong things. He's about the right things, and he wants to win, and I'm so proud of that kid.
Yeah, right now he's the team leader and among league leaders in scoring, averaging 11.5 points a game, almost 7 rebounds a game, shooting 37.5% from 3 and over 85% from the free throw line as well. So doing a lot of good things right now for UNCW. This week's Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week, the senior Jalen Sims, off to a good start here 6 games into the campaign. We'll take our final break. On the other side, we'll look ahead. What's ahead for UNCW? 1 game on the docket, back at home though for the Seahawks. We'll talk about that game coming up next.
Okay. She's the one, and you know it. At Reeds.com, we're making it easy to find the perfect ring from home. With helpful advice from our online jewelry experts, safe and discreet shipping, and beautiful ring packaging, you'll be confident the moment will be as perfect for her as she is for you. As a trusted jeweler for over 70 years, Reed's Jewelers will be here to make both of you feel like family. Long after she says yes.
Want a killer spread without the hassle? Walk-On's Family and Friends bundles are available to go. Pick your favorite starter, side, and entree, and feed your crew. Order online or in the app. Want a killer spread without the hassle? Walk-On's Family and Friends bundles are available to go. Pick your favorite starter, side, and entree, and feed your crew. Order online or in the app.
It doesn't matter which side of which bridge you spend most of your time on, many of these Hyundais have most likely turned your head, probably more than once. Experience the Parkway difference at Wilmington's exclusive Hyundai dealer with complimentary maintenance and a lifetime warranty on every new Hyundai, every day. Get the market's most competitive offers on top-selling Hyundais. Elevate your commute while turning heads in an all-new Hyundai from Parkway Hyundai.
Made from scratch biscuits and hand-breaded chicken, that's a breakfast no-brainer. But adding hot honey to the mix, you'll never hit snooze again. The new hot honey hand-breaded chicken biscuit at Hardee's. Get it before it's gone. Feed your happy. Honey just got its own stinger. Sweet heat drizzled over hand-breaded chicken, crispy bacon, and melty Swiss. This honey has some bite. The new hot honey hand-breaded chicken sandwich at Hardee's. Feed your happy.
Well, back to wrap up the second show here, the Seahawk basketball show featuring Takayo, Siddle, and talking about what's next, our walk-ons. What's coming up for UNCW this week, and it is just 1 game in Trask Coliseum, UNCW and Norfolk State. That game on December 1st, 7 o'clock in Trask Coliseum. Coach in Norfolk State, second meeting with them, back-to-back years. They're off to a great start. They're 8-1, coming off of a couple of wins out in Phoenix for them in a tournament. This is a team that's very athletic, and I know presents maybe some problems and concerns for you guys coming in.
Yeah, you know, a team that went to the NCAA tournament last year, but a bunch of new guys, a bunch of transfers. I think they're better than they were last year. They're deep, they're athletic, they're skilled, tough, physical, all of that. So it'll be our toughest challenge up to this point in the season. Glad we're at home. We're going to need our fans to get us over the hump, but I'm excited for our guys to get out there and play in front of our home crowd.
If you watch those games the last couple of nights, it was Chris Bankston, a big kid in the middle for Norfolk State. Your thoughts on him and how you kind of try to slow him down?
Yeah, you got to keep a body on him. You know, he's a live, active body, and if you give him space to get rebounds, give him space to get his shots off, give him a running start to get lobs and everything, you have to keep a body on him. Have to match his intensity. You have to match his physicality and toughness in order to, you know, do a good job on him.
Health of the Seahawks, where is it at right now? Again, you leave Montana, still a lot of guys with some sickness. Health-wise, where are you?
We're almost there. You know, we had practice yesterday, and everybody was active in practice. Still not 100%, but they're fighting and, you know, trying to give us everything they have.
So again, our walk-ons, what's coming up? It is UNCW and Norfolk State, the Seahawks and the Spartans, 7 o'clock in Trask Coliseum. Hope to see you out there. If you cannot make it out, we will have those games, that game for you on Flow Sports and on The Breeze as well, starting at 6:45. And then it's the exam break after that. So, Coach, one game here, a tough test, then a little bit of a break, and we'll talk about this game next week. Best of luck.
Thank you, Mike.
Again, he's Takayo Siddle. I'm Mike Vaccaro for Jeremy Sullivan, our director of producer as well. We thank you for joining us here this week. We'll see you next week for another edition of the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takayo Siddle.